This week on Maker Monday, join us as we recognize Curtis Delk Rose, the creator behind Touching the Impossible Mobius Sculptures.
Hello, my name is Curtis Delk Rose. I do sculptures in wood primarily, but I'm what people would call a symbolist, and I am a maker in our community.
Curtis's business, appropriately named Touching the Impossible, is largely inspired and heavily motivated by the symbolism and beauty that he encounters in the natural world around him. It's clear when visiting his studio that he thrives in a workspace surrounded by eclectic pieces from life's memories, along with everyday items that others might overlook. He even has an assistant,
Cruzy the studio cat.
Inspired by a chance encounter with the artist M.C. Escher's work featuring ants on a lattice in the early 70s, Curtis Rose discovered the Mobius concept. He began his work with the Mobius concept by using paper to replicate the Mobius twist. However, when he discovered that the Mobius concept would be a sculpture, he experimented with materials such as ivory, soap, and wire to create the design. It was not until later in 2008 that he took interest in the wood forms of the sculpture, when he commissioned one to be made as a wedding gift and was given the opportunity to see the sculpture's workshop. The sculptor gave him a scrap piece of mahogany to work with upon noting Curtis's interest, and years later, that piece of wood became his first ever Mobius sculpture.
True love, Rose. You know, we like to talk about love, and love is just a wonderful thing. But true love is special. So it starts with this little heart here. And this is as small as I could make a heart here with this type of carving. Okay, so then there's a larger one. And then number 3 is larger still. And number 4 is larger, okay. And number 5, okay, 6, and this is 7. Now this was, trying to make the number 7. This one is, an odd shape because it's so much larger. So as I'm cutting the pattern in, I'm thinking about, I just hate to throw anything away. And so while I'm cutting the pattern in, little, bigger, I'm starting to notice that this piece here is going to be thrown away. This whole piece of wood would be a scrap. So number 8, heart number 8 is floating above the other 7. Yes, okay. And it even bends around on this corner a little bit. So that was a fun thought for me. I'm almost positive that learning to carve the Mobius band is going to turn out to be the highlight of my artistic life, just as finding out about the mystical side of ancient Christianity will be the highlight of my spiritual life. In my work life, I have performed almost countless kinds of labor. Some of them were enjoyable, but none of them ever came close to the thrill I sometimes find in working with the Mobius band concept. Some people prefer to use the term Mobius strip. Both of them are acceptable to members in the math community. Now, every time a new Mobius thought wanders into my cranium, that helps me to see how to do something new. It's almost too much fun for words. My studio gets so much of my time now that my darling wife has taken to referring to herself as a Mobius widow. Were our positions reversed, I think I would feel the same.
Pieces made in this very studio can be seen all around Adams County, including at our very own Adams Public Library. But you won't just find Curtis's work in Decatur. He has pieces in places like Georgia, England, and China. If you are interested in obtaining a one-of-a-kind piece from Curtis, learning more about his work, or commissioning him, he can be contacted through @curtis4888@gmail.com or by phone at 615-838-8887.